Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, Bow and Arrow Tarot. Today we're going to be doing the weekly September 22nd to the 28th for the sign of Aquarius. Alright, my lovely Aquariuses, we're going to get right into it. I've already been meditating on your cards and shuffling for quite a while before the video started. So let's get right into getting out your romance angel messages. Now, this is a time-stamped video, so you can skip ahead if you go into the description. And if you're interested in anything about my channel, the music, the cards, or anything like that, all of that is in the description. All right, guys? So, flirt. First one out. Beautiful. Make the effort. And we have express your love. All right, so very beautiful cards. They could be about relationships. They could be about friends and family as well. Make the effort could apply to anything, really. So we're going to go ahead and pull out the wild animal unknown spirit animal guides. Let's put this over here. And these animal spirits, they can be representative of events. They can be representative of energies or personalities. Of individuals that you may or may not be dealing with this week, and you may or may not resonate with them, and that's fine too. Alright, let's go ahead and pull them out. Just needed to adjust my camera there for a minute. Alright, we have the spider, earth energy. We have the octopus, water energy. Octopus has been coming out a lot lately. We're going to go through all of these, of course. And we have the fox, also another animal spirit that has been coming out a lot lately. It's quite interesting how there is a trend often to which animal spirits are coming out. But we're going to go ahead and take a look at these three before we get into the rest of the reading. Now, the spider. Spider, of course, is earth element. And with the spider, we're talking about, let's move all this up a little bit. With the spider, we're talking about practicality and support, right? The spider weaves its web to support the family, support its loved ones and itself in an emotional way, right? The spider is very, very creative in that way. It's the creator of prosperity. Spider is also synonymous with life's work or dharma. Okay, this is different than karma. Dharma is how we live our lives according to our spiritual code or moral center. The spider is an ingenious creator. It is the greatest gift. Its greatest gift really is weaving the thread of dharma, right, into a vast, intricate web that supports the spider. And so in this way, through its actions and the way the spider personality lives its life, through the dharma, it creates this network of support, right? The support is financial and spiritual, right? And the spider is extremely hardworking. And it doesn't tire or become impatient, right? The spider is one of these creatures that will methodically work away, but every step of the way is extremely intentional. And this is how we come up with this beautiful web of support. All right, so we're talking about someone who really walks the walk and talks the talk. Now, octopus energy is very interesting. It's water energy. It's been coming up a lot. And with octopus energy, we're talking about a lack of boundaries. The octopus's tentacles tends to go out and mesh with everyone else, mesh with their business, right? It becomes entwined. The octopus is the individual who, talks about its business and its private affairs without abandon. And what ends up happening is the octopus finds itself in very messy relationships because of these lack of boundaries. Oftentimes, if you're talking to someone and they leave you feeling drained, of energy, emotionally or spiritually, that means octopus energy has been at play. And so with octopus energy, we're talking about a need for putting boundaries in place. If you're dealing with an octopus personality, there's a need to keep them at a distance, perhaps create some space between the two of you. Now, the fox is interesting. The fox is earth element. And with the fox, we're talking about the great teacher, right? The fox is wise, practical. But of all the animal spirits, the fox is the most supportive partner that you can find in a relationship. The fox is not the one who's going to say, wow, you're going through a bad time. Good luck with that. The fox is going to say, how can I help you? I can help you. Let me do this. They won't even say, let me do this. The fox is so practical, wise, and ingenious that the fox will come up with solutions to problems without you even having to ask. The fox is extremely well balanced. And so, again, a perfect partner for someone who is indeed perhaps going through a little bit of difficulty right now, right? Either emotionally or mentally or materially even. So let's go ahead and get right into your forecasts for the week, my lovely Aquarius. We're going to pull out about 5 or 8, anywhere from 5 to 8 forecasts. Again, these are time-stamped in the description. This is going to be a little look into love, life, and career. If you want to know specifically about the forecast for your love or your relationship outlook for September, you can always go to the September love reading or the mid-September love update. October will be coming up this week. All right, folks, let's get right into it. Upside down. Justice. Lovers, Gemini energy. Libra, Gemini energy coming out. Libra, of course, is justice. Lovers is actually a card for Gemini. All right, so justice. Interestingly enough, there is a need for equity. There's a need for balance and equity in a relationship that you're involved with, Aquarius. And this need for balance is because a lot of it may be because of monetary issues. We have 4 of Pentacles in the spread, which can indicate the 4 of Pentacles is a desire to maintain stability financially. And so somewhere along the line, there has been an imbalance in that. It could be that you're working too much or they're working too much and not spending enough time at home. Okay? But this is all about making the effort. And this is also about octopus energy, perhaps even spider energy, in the sense that one or either of you perhaps need to put boundaries in place with others or at work, right? And you need to communicate this, right? You need to make an effort with each other because justice is certainly coming in to redress this. I think this does happen for you this week, Aquarius, but again, it's really gonna depend on how well the two of you are able to compromise, to see each other equally, to respect the needs of each other. And ultimately, you will find the right balance for you to maintain this financial stability. We have 9 of Swords, Page of Cups, and 2 of Cups. So some of you, interesting, some of you are having a lot of anxiety this week. You're having anxiety about a love relationship. You're having nervous dreams, bad dreams. You're waking up. You may be suffering insomnia or depression. But the 9 of Swords oftentimes is about guilt, unresolved guilt from past relationships or past events. Doesn't have to be relationships. Here it is associated with relationships since Cups are on the board. But yeah, this is more or less unresolved guilt and the anxiety that comes from that, the fear that you will face sort of retribution in your current state, or Nine of Swords can also indicate a fear that the same sort of problems will crop up again that you've had before. This week, someone reaches out to you, though, with a cup of love. They want to have a conversation about this. They want to express their love to you. And I think what happens is you come together with them, right? And they allay all of your doubts, right? The end of the week ends with a Two of Cups, a beautiful meeting of the minds, a coming together, a reassurance, all right? And all of this comes out of sort of this token of love that someone is wanting to give to you to reassure you that this Nine of Swords won't necessarily happen in this situation, all right? Again, a lot of spider energy coming in the sense of support spiritually. And definitely, if this is something that you have been dealing with, this could be a new relationship, Aquarius, okay? It could be that you're in love with somebody, or that you have your eyes on somebody, or your heart set on somebody, and you're just very, very nervous here that this is all going to work out. But this week, as a result of this Page of Cups, this offering, this token, it really does all come out positive. Nine of Wands, Page of Wands, and Death. So some of you are ready to end a very difficult stage of life that you've been going through. You're beginning to see that you've been holding on to some obstacles for far too long. You're reviewing and reevaluating some of the things you've had to deal with as part of this difficult stage in your life. And this reevaluation period is getting you to realize that it's time for a change. It's time to lay down these wands, and eventually you will be coming to that 10 of Wands. 9 of Wands and 10 of Wands are very much a, I want to say the one almost always leads into the other, right? So 9 of Wands is a very heavy precursor to 10 of Wands in a different way than the other ones are, than the other suits are. But in any case, this week we have a Page of Wands coming in as well. And so it's a burst of fresh, new creativity. There is new ideas and ambition rising up in you, a new sense of dynamicism, and all of this leads to a death, which is a change, a transformation. It's time for you to sort of be reborn in a way, or not even so much reborn, because there is transformation coming out of this, but it's more or less a new opportunity, a new, perhaps, connection with someone, right, is going to bring you out of this very difficult period and bring you into sort of a cleansing period with this death. And then after that, I want to say you're probably going to go straight to a 10 of Wands and completely lay down the burdens of the past. Hierophant, 6 of Wands. So some of you, Ace of Cups, some of you are dealing, perhaps you have met someone in your life that has really opened your eyes to your spiritual side, to your moral center, as it were. You may have met somebody most recently who is sort of a wise teacher, a sage, a guide, a confidant, a counselor. It could also be that this is someone also already in your life who counsels you on spiritual issues. But whatever the case may be, this kind of redoubling down of your faith leads you to kind of a victory moment here with this 6 of Wands, right? You're almost vindicated on a particular issue. It's almost as if somewhere in some situation, Aquarius, you took the high road, right? You took the high road of the Hierophant. Also, Hierophant is the card for Taurus. Some of you may be dealing with a Taurus. You took the high road, and as a result of that, you may have had to deal with some difficulty initially, but this week you get your victory for taking that high road. You get your sort of like, your positive karmic payback, and what comes out of this victory is a possibility for new love. It could be that someone has seen you, they've seen your center, they've seen your moral, your spiritual center, they've seen you during your victory, and sort of this spring of new love erupts. Very, very beautiful. I want to say that perhaps, Aquarius, you may not even know this person is looking at you. Because, of course, this whole Ace of Cups comes in after the Six of Wands. But it's really, really beautiful. And it's everything that you really deserve, because when you took the high road over here on a particular issue, it was not easy for you at all. And so really these are your blessings coming in, Aquarius. King of Swords, Sun, and Nine of Pentacles. Well, the Nine of Pentacles always seems to make an appearance. King of Swords, right? The King of Swords is a domineering king. He's fair, he's honest, but he's the great rule maker, and he's also the great disciplinarian, right? So he's the one who comes in to make sure that everybody is following, you know, the right path. He can be overly demanding at times. Of course, this is air energy, fire aspect of air energy, because kings are associated with fire. This could be somebody that you have met or somebody that you're dealing with. I want to say that this is certainly this meeting with this King of Swords, Aquarius. Now, you may be resonating with the King of Swords as well, and that's fine. But it's almost as if you've come in, this King of Swords energy has come in with the Sun on its heels to provide some real clarity to a situation. And Nine of Pentacles indicates someone who has really been not blindly, but whose pursuit or pursuit of money and abundance, or their career goals, have really been predominant in their life, to the degree that they have probably sacrificed close relationships or friendships, right? Sometimes the abundance and the wealth that you accrue can alienate you from others. Because with all 9 cards, there is an inherent vibe of the Hermit there. Virgo energy. And so it's quite interesting. It's almost as if either I want to say, Aquarius, it could be very much that if you're resonating with this King of Swords, you're coming into someone you know who is really embodying that Nine of Pentacles, and you're coming in with some hard truths. Right? You're coming in with some hard truths, with some clarity. Why? Because you care about this person. But this week, there's a real conversation that needs to be had. And it could be that this Nine of Pentacles energy that this person is resonating with, it's just time for you to let them know, like, look, you know, you're on, you know, maybe this person has been bemoaning their fate. They've been quite unhappy. They don't know why. But like I say, you come in this week with some really hard truths for them, and they could be a lover or a friend. But it's really, you do this out of love, and you do this in a way to sort of remind them that, yes, abundance and career is important, but also is love and relationships. Queen of Wands, Five of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles. Well, some of you are certainly resonating with Queen of Wands energy in the sense that you've really been through a difficult time. On and off in your life, you've been through a lot of self-realization that comes from going through the fire, going through traumatic situations. The Queen of Wands is one of the most self-realized individuals in the deck, or figures in the deck, but she hides a lot of it because she's cautious. She understands the nature of people who will suck her energy, and she's not willing to give all of her knowledge or experience or attention to just anyone, right? However, most recently, or I want to say perhaps even this week, you may be going through a power struggle with this Five of Pentacles, and you're going to find yourself perhaps on the outs with either friends or a group of people that you've been dealing with, right? It almost seems as though everything's really going to kind of fall apart because of this power dynamic, and you end up paying the price financially. But what's really interesting is that almost always the Five of Pentacles comes into your life to get you out of a negative situation. Even if it's difficult and you're having to pay a financial price because of it, it almost always gets you out of a very difficult situation or a troubling negative situation that, had it not been for this power struggle, you probably would not have gotten out of. And it makes the way for the Page of Pentacles, a meeting, a communication, an encounter with somebody who brings a brand new, beautiful opportunity to you, and it will have seemed very much worth it. All right, Strength, the Devil, and Three of Pentacles. All right, so we're going to leave it here. This is the last spread. So the Strength card, of course, is Leo energy, and Devil is Capricorn energy. And so we're talking about this week, certainly, Aquarius, you're having to really be extremely emotionally strong. You know, you're really having to, I want to say you're being strong in a lot of ways, emotionally and mentally, right? In the sense that Devil energy is coming in to tempt you. Now, Devil energy and Three of Pentacles is quite an interesting combination because the Devil is actually the card for creativity, right? And oftentimes, creativity and passion, of course, sexual energy, which the two are synonymous, right? Creativity comes from the second chakra, which resides in the pelvic bone, the Kundalini energy. This is the fire, that sexual energy that gives us our creativity, right? The highest form of which is to make a baby, right? Lower forms would be aesthetics, music, art, etc. like that. There's still high forms of creativity, but of course not as high as creating a life, right? Now, oftentimes when this strong desire does not find a positive outlet that is connected to a higher purpose, it will sort of dissipate in instant gratification, codependency, addiction, sexual gratification, right? So it's quite interesting that the Devil card will come up with the Three of Pentacles, because in the Three of Pentacles we find you putting your mind, body, and soul to manifesting your creativity. And so in this case, I want to say that this week you may have been tempted, but you beat it. You face temptation with the Strength card and you hold it off. This is for some of you Aquarius who may have had a history with addiction or codependency. You may have had a history with toxic relationships. I believe that all of us have had some areas in our lives where we've had to deal with these troubles, right? So this is not to attack you or to judge you. In fact, you should be very proud of yourself this week, for those of you who resonate with this, because not only are you strong enough to withstand the temptation of this lower vibration for your creativity, but you push through and get to a Three of Pentacles where you are beginning to create beautiful work and people are starting to recognize you for it. They're coming to you for your work, for your art. I want to say this is someone out there who's highly artistic, highly passionate, but again, someone who may at times struggle with various, negative behavior patterns, and this week you beat it, and you should be very proud of yourself. All right, Aquarius, this is it, September 22nd to the 28th. If it resonated with you, please like, subscribe, share, hit that bell. All of that helps me grow my channel. This is what I do for my living. I have no other job but to provide you with these readings with love, and with the hope that it will help you at least through the day, if not through the week. All right, guys, I love you, Aquarius. Have a wonderful week, and I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.